Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel live stream. Right now, it's approximately 11:41 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, please share the video. We got some multiple breaking news coming out. Very important news. Number one is that nuclear, tactical nuclear weapons is being talked about right now. And it seems like we're about to see something pretty soon here. I want to show you something. You have Jesse Waters. He said this. All right, so it says here the war is escalating quickly, and the U.S. Commander in Chief says everything is on the table, even tactical nukes. The Supreme Leader is all alone, hiding in a bunker, but he won't go down without a fight. So you have Persia to hold the world hostage with a nuclear equipment, and we can't let that happen. It all comes down to this. All right, so this is coming out from Jesse Waters. All right, he's saying that the war is escalating quickly, and Donald says everything is on the table, even tactical nukes. It does make sense. He has the doomsday bunker parked in Washington, D.C. He does have a lot of stuff. And guys, if you kind of think about this, a lot of troops, a lot of soldiers is being moved from military base in Qatar, right? Military base are empty. So they're taking all the troops out because if they decide to drop a nuclear on Persia, is going to and by the way, there's 90 million people out there. There's 90 million. That's a huge population. 90 million, right? They need to get all them soldiers out of there, which they are doing. And look, I pray they don't drop no nuke. And again, we don't want to see that again. We don't want to see a 1945 all over again. All right. So let me just pull up some of this information here. You wouldn't believe what Donald just shared. This is what Donald just shared. Look at this here. You guys know who that man is, right? Remember the pallets? This is Donald, by the way. Look at this. It's a picture of Barack with cash on pallets. We know who is responsible for Persia nuke program. He shared that. Donald shared that. And back, I don't know if you guys remember, but this happened back, I believe, in 2010 or 2011. Barack sent pallets filled with cash overnight to the Mid East. All right. So Donald is reminding the world the reason why we are here, the reason why we are getting close to nuclear is because you could thank this person, the 44th. Donald talks too much. Someone said. Um, we have more breaking news, guys. Something flew by Washington, D.C., and I just posted a video in my other channel, but let me just pull this up really quick here. Something just ripped across Washington, D.C. Now, a lot of people saying this is fake. This is not a fake video. You could actually go, whoops, you could actually go to the website, Wendy's.com, and you can actually search it up. But a lot of people say it could be a meteorite. Give me a second here. Some people saying it's a meteorite, other people saying it could be a fireball, someone else is saying it could be UFO. We don't know what it is, but it happened in Washington, DC. Something just flew across Washington, DC. At the same time, we are talking about nuclear. All right. So some people are saying it's a military we don't know what it is, but something whizzed by Washington, DC. We're gonna get to all this here, guys. Um, let's see what's going on with the nuclear. All right. Let's see what's going on with the nuclear. I want to bring this up. If you can, please share the video. Like this video. The more like, the better. YouTube can actually share my information to new people out there. Okay, so the White House considering using tactical nuclear on Iran. On Wednesday, The Guardian, and I did went live and we talked about the Guardian news article. All right. So on Wednesday, The Guardian reported that the US military has expressed concerns regarding the efficacy of utilizing a bunker buster bomb, a non-nuclear option, to target Persia Fodol nuclear facility, which is located deep within a mountainous region. According to reports, two defense officials indicated that only a tactical nuclear weapon would possess the capability to successfully penetrate the facility. So there is a mountain, right, out there in Iran, and inside the mountain, there's a nuclear facility deep underground, 300 feet. All right, so that's almost the same size as the Statue of Liberty. So this nuclear facility is so deep, it seems like the bunker buster is not going to hurt it. It's not going to damage the nuclear facility. So you have generals suggesting, hey, we could drop two bunker busters and we could drop a tactical nuclear to finish it off. Donald said, he basically said that's not a good idea. But today, Jesse Waters said that all option is on the table, including tactical nuclear. All right, so give me a second here, guys. All right, give me a second. We're going to skip this one here. It says, however, The Guardian mentioned that former President Donald is not contemplating the deployment of a tactical nuclear device. On Thursday, Joaquin, I think that's how you pronounce the name, the senior White House correspondent for Fox News stated that a high-ranking officials at the White House contradicted earlier reports asserting I was just informed by a top official here that none of that report is true, that none of the option are off the table, and that the US military is very confident that bunker busters could achieve to the objective at Fordow. Fordow is the mountain in Iran. Following several days of airstrikes and escalating tensions involving Israel and the US, you have the president is now reportedly considering a nuclear strike against a nation with a population of 90 million people. You guys listening to that? Once again, you have the president is now reportedly considering a nuclear strike against a nation with a population of 90 million people in an effort to prevent it from developing nuclear capabilities, which Western nations have alleged it has been pursuing for decades. I pray that Donald knows what he's doing on this one here. If you push that button, there's no going back. If you push that button, there's no going back. 90 million people. And we doing this for Benjamin? People's gonna be like, no, we doing this for the Holy Land. You don't have to do. Look, guys, people need to understand the Holy Land will be protected. The land, all right. Those who are in Christ will be protected. But yeah, again, dropping the nuclear, a huge population, and we seen something like this back in 1945. We don't want to see a repeat of that. This alarming proposition will likely result in significant civilian casualties, inflict long-term environmental damage on the region, and potentially lead to a broader international conflict. This is particularly concerning, considering that this is the same administration that campaigned on a platform of ending perpetual military engagement and fostering peace in the East. All right. So again, that's very, very important news there. The White House considering using tactical nukes on Iran. Then Donald said he's giving Iran giving Iran 2 weeks. I believe those 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of military stuff that's going to be moved. Possibly U.S. soldiers are going to be moved somewhere else. They're going to send more ships out there. They're going to be in a far distance. They're going to drop a nuke. So again, give me a second here, guys. Hear me, someone whistling. Give me a second here. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Yesterday we had cops here. When I ended the live stream, there were cops. There were a couple of police. There was like 5 or 6 cop cars, and it seems like they were looking for someone. They were in my backyard, and then they were in the neighbor's backyard. They had their flashlights and everything, and I mean it's a nice neighborhood, and I've been here for like 2 years. I know everybody here already, but yeah, the police came and spoke to us, and it seems like they looking for someone. That's what it is. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, everything's good here. I mean, we have a cop that lives down here too. So, but I could have sworn I heard someone whistling. So, all right, let's go with the next news. Give me a second here. So you got Persia firing ballistic missiles. Look at this one here. Once again, ballistic missile launched and incoming from Persia. So the Holy Land military, IDF, has announced that it has detected the launch of ballistic missile from Persia. Give me a second here, guys. Here's another news that's coming out. So US ready with bunker busters that can hit Fadal if ordered. Now the Pentagon officials say that the GBU-57 bunker busters designed destroy deep underground site like Persia Fadal facility can penetrate over 200 feet of rock with even greater impact when used in a successive GPS guided strikes. The B 2 stealth bomber, based at White Man Air Force Base in Missouri, is the only aircraft capable of delivering the 30,000-pound weapon. 30,000 pound. Each Fadal entrance will likely require two B 2s, and the operation would take 30 hours round trip and rely on a major air refueling bridge already in place. Look at this, guys. So the operation would take 30 hours round trip. 30 hours. And that thing is carrying 30,000 pounds. Yeah. It goes to tell you that the US has the best weapons in the world. Guys, we also have more breaking news. Information is coming out. Supposedly, the Supreme Leader was taken out, which is, again, it's not 100% confirmed. It says here, breaking news, the Holy Land fires off precession strikes in Lavinzan, an area of Iran capital, where the Supreme Leader is reportedly hiding with bunker busting bombs. So once again, guys, there's no information that he was taken out. But again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. All right, so we're gonna jump with this news here, guys. A federal appeal court has unanimously blocked California Governor Gavin attempt to rein control of the California National Guard from the president. It seems like, in other words, Gavin is not going to have control of California. So Donald is going to have the National Guards there, and you got ICE, of course. You got Baltazar Tom. They're going to start uh, continuing the operation, sending people back home. All right. So Gavin is trying his very best to take control of the National Guards, but yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. All right, guys. A lot of people sharing this one here. Never forget that it was Barack who funded Persia equipment. Donald shared this picture right here. You guys remember that? The pallets filled with cash. Man. Okay, give me 1 second here, guys. We got this news coming out. Some US officials say that Persia could build a nuclear weapon within 15 days. While certain analysts view this timeline as credible, others point out that US intelligence still estimate it would take Iran several months to a year to produce a functional equipment. All right, give me a second here, guys. Here's another one. So US intel warned Persia may build bomb if strike hit the Fodor or leader, the supreme leader. The senior US intelligence officials say Persian leaders are likely to move towards building a nuclear bomb if the US strike the Fodor enrichment site or if Holy Land takes out the supreme leader. The warning marks the most direct prediction yet from Washington on how Persia could respond to military escalation. The Fodor site has been at the center of recent strike discussion as tensions rise over Persian nuclear ambitions and regional power plays. All right, so if the Holy Land takes out the supreme leader, if Holy Land takes out the supreme, there's going to be big problems. Persia is going to build the nuclear and possibly drop it. Um. Oh, we have big breaking news. Sleeper cells. The sleeper cells. All right, so that's the big one. Give me a second here, guys. Donald ready to strike Persia as FBI tracks the sleeper cells inside the US. Donald is reportedly weighing a strike on Persia for the nuclear site while the FBI increases surveillance of the Hezbollah link operated inside the US. So the surveillance allegedly expanded under the FBI director after Holy Land launched Operation Rising Lion. One of the Persian military operatives told investigators he was pushed to plan strike on Donald. In recent years, prosecutors have charged individuals with plotting to take out John and others. The press secretary says Donald will decide within 2 weeks. The White House and the FBI declined to comment. Persia has warned it will retaliate. So once again, you got the terror cells, which are the sleepers. So you have the FBI sounding the alarm that these sleepers could be activated. You guys already know there's a whole bunch of sleepers in this country. So look, I tell a lot of people that it's very good to stock up and it's good to have some kind of protection. You have every right to defend yourself and your loved ones. If things go down, again, let's say Donald drops the nuke on Persia. Again, that's not going to be game over. That's not going to be, hey, we won, we are the best. No, it's going to cause more fire. It's going to add more fuel to the fire. So this is the reason why you have the FBI is preparing for the sleepers who's going to be activated. All right, so you guys already know who are the sleepers. Give me a second here. See, look at this one. Donald boost monitoring of possible Persia-backed sleeper cells in the U.S. as Donald waits strike, CBS News said. So CBS is the one that came out with the news of the sleepers. All right. And again, this is not a fear mongering video, but we are seeing war. And war, I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to come out of it: famines, pestilence, rise, and so many things. Guys, give me a second here. Let's go back with this news. I know many of you has just tuned in. I'm trying to figure out if this is a fireball A meteorite? So someone said, what just ripped across Washington, D.C.? Even Carrie Lake is asking question at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time during a severe storm. A bright, fast moving object blazed across DC radar, not lightning, not a plane, a clean surgical, a clean surgical streak across the sky and is not showing up on flight trackers. Kerry Lake, Donald's senior media advisor and former journalist, pulled it straight from the live radar and posted it herself. Anyone know what is shooting across the radar over DC? If it was normal, why is someone at her level asking? With the region locked down for military celebration and war tensions rising globally, what in the world is flying over the US Capitol? And why is no one giving answers? Give me a second here, guys. You see, this is another image. You see that right there? All right, so something's going on in Washington, D.C. So it's not a plane, it's not a meteorite, it's not a fireball. But one thing I tell you, something strange is going on in DC sky, and at the same time, there is a doomsday plane out there. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna read some of your comments, but let me just triple check if there's any more information here. Hmm. Oh, look at this. Look at this one here. Alleged drone strike attempted on U.S. forces. Wow, in Iraq. Unconfirmed local reports suggest another attempted drone strike tonight, targeting the sleeping giant forces at the Al Assad air base in western Iraq. According to early accounts, several one way drones were intercepted before reaching the base, resulting in no damage or injuries. The strike is believed to have been launched by Persia backed paramilitary groups operating in Iraq, though official confirmation is pending. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second here. All right. So once again, this is an unconfirmed story though, but I will keep it updated on this one here. We need to pray for the sleeping giant soldiers. Give me one second here, guys. Give me one second. All right. Um, So the Holy Land said that the supreme leader of Iran, he will be held accountable over the hospital strike. So guys, last night when I ended the live stream, there was a huge strike. The Holy Land Hospital got hit. I think it's called Bathsheba, if I'm not mistaken. It got hit really hard, and that happened. I think it happened around 1 o'clock or something. And we did lost internet last night. The internet went down. It went down and it came back like around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm trying to look for more information. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Persia channel, Iranian channel claim that the ongoing ballistic strike is attempting to target the Dimona nuclear facility in the Negev desert of southern Holy Land. Canadian prepper responded, false flag. Mm. Hey guys, let me read some of your comments now. I'm not seeing much information. Hey, let me just read some of your comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys. Um, and said, I think everything will be all right, but keep us informed. You're probably the one I watch the most. Thanks for all you do, Louis. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate that. I do. I really appreciate all the kind comments. Thank you so much. Stylist said, God bless Louis. Thanks for the updates. Christopher said, the hospital was not the intended target. They were aiming for something nearby. Yeah, but one thing I tell you guys is that there's a lot of innocent people in those facilities. It should have never gotten hit. Hey, AAP and Sons. Hey, how you doing, brother? Watchman, how you doing to all the moderators? Kerr Splack said U.S. plans nuke strike. Well, that's what they are discussing. They are discussing on dropping a tactical nuke because this big mountain. And by the way, Persia is like 5 times bigger. I wouldn't say 5 times bigger, like 3 times bigger than Texas. And Persia, Iran, is like mostly mountains. All right. So, and they have their nuclear facility buried in those mountains. So, and the population there is 90 million. Right. And I guess it's all option on the table. The bunker busters and also the nuclear. Are they gonna drop the nuke? We don't know. We don't know. Hopefully not, guys. Hopefully not. Someone said a 41 hospital in the strip. How about talking about them? Hey, Chris, I agree. I agree. And I've been talking about that. Benjamin has been striking those facilities. I mean, again, those are where like elderly, so young ones or mother giving birth. I mean, you don't strike those facility. And his response is, oh well, you have bad people involved in those facility, that's why we hit it. Like, again, they tell everybody to evacuate and head south, and so they have their own like shelter and stuff like that, and those area get hit. Even though Benjamin told them to go there, they get hit. The military soldiers are eating steak and lobster because they said they're going to war. I seen the video on Instagram. Jenny, I know which video you're talking about. You got to be careful with that video. That video is from February of 2025. and I did my research. So again, that was from February. I think Donald blessed him or something. I don't know, but it shows soldiers eating lobster tails and steak. All right, but I did my research today. Actually, it was 2 days ago, and come to find out, the video is from February 2025. All right, so and again, when military eats like that, when they get a nice big meal, obviously it could be two things: Merry Christmas or World War III. So, yeah, they might have to use a nuke, Christopher said. They might have to use a nuke. But after analyzing the site, it looks like they have at least 6 ICBM sites there, scattered enough that a nuke won't get all. Also, they also likely to be nuclear tipped. Oh, one thing I'll tell you guys, we're gonna find out sooner or later. Now, Donald said 2 weeks now, 2 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, Donald's not gonna, he's not going to negotiate with the Persians. He's not going to negotiate. I know what Donald's trying to do here. He's trying to get everything ready. He's trying to get the military ready, and he's trying to get more ships out there. And by the way, there was two more ships that has been sent to the Middle East, and I think it was announced yesterday. And it's gonna take a few days to get there, so that's why Donna is saying 2 weeks. Um, but since he's given them 2 weeks, like I said, I'm not trying to spook no one. You guys also have 2 weeks to get ready, so get ready, prepare yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. Stylist said, Stylist Selena said, thank you, praying for all of our military. Mm. AB Blog said UK and France needs to do something now. Donald talks, Donald talk. It's not helping. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? I mean, you cannot just storm a country and just take out their stuff. I mean, yes, you can, but it's going to be, I mean, there's going to be huge consequence. It's going to hurt everyone. Also, they could close the canal, the Suez Canal. That's where the oil and exports and all that. That's again, that could hurt the world. So, and by the way, guys, you had multiple planes from China, multiple planes uh, from China to Iran, and I guess they either dropped some stuff up or they possibly picked up the uranium enrichment. I think they might have picked up some of those materials. Give me a second here. Let me just read some more of your comments. Amy for Wisdom Tuesday. Guys, please remember the propaganda is huge. These countries put out the statistic and picks they want. We can't know what's real. That's true. You got to be careful with the stuff that you do research, like go on X. A lot of these videos and stuff are really old, and I truly despise those accounts that do stuff like that. And they know it. They know that it's old videos. They just put it out there because it's a big trending news, and they get views out of it. Scribe, the time is now. Glorious said, meet for peace. Talk and weekend. It's like 2 weeks. The wolf and the three little pigs. Market meet up. All right, give me a second here, guys. Let me see if there's any more updates. Give me 1 second here. If you can, please give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that live in Indiana, your team won tonight, the Pacers. So that was a good game, too. Oh, we have more breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a countdown. America just hit $37 trillion in debt. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to pay all that money back. Okay, you see that number? That 37 trillion, yeah, we're not gonna pay that. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, that number went down. Okay, so okay, so it's a loop. All right, so $37 trillion. All right, so each American owes $107,980. Each one of us, if we want to pay this debt, each American, including newborns, everyone, children, every single one of us owes $107,980. Can you believe that? Wow, that's a big debt. We never gonna pay that back. Got the dogs barking now. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, so we have a breaking news here. Donald waged military action against Persia amid mounting legal concerns. And guys, in order for us to go to war, I mean, he needs to get approval from the Senate. He needs to get the approval. Again, you just cannot, start a biblical war without getting the approval from the House and the Senate. I don't know if Joe got the approval. He probably did, but again, they gave all that money to Zelensky. Look at this here. Persia missile crater outside apartment block in Beersheba. This is the crater left behind after Persia ballistic hit near a high-rise apartment building in Beersheba, southern Holy Land. Hmm. Give me a second here, guys. Once again, for those of you that just tuned in, a newly released report from the US Pentagon states that it would take a tactical nuclear to totally destroy Persia Fadar nuclear plant. So I guess the bunker buster is not going to work. And that's a really big decision for Donald. That's a really big decision. I mean, again, if you want to take out, and look, Donald said many times that Persia cannot have nuclear weapons. And so, in order to take those nuclear facility out, you have to drop a nuke, maybe two, who knows. But then Donald's going to be remembered as the man that pushed the button and possibly millions out. Because again, the population is 90 million. All right. Wow, we almost have 45 minutes? Jeez. What? Look at this. The bear said, Russia said, our reaction in the event of the take supreme leader will be extremely negative. Mm. All right. So again, guys, the big news is the nuclear and the thing that flew past DC and the sleeper cells. You cannot forget the sleeper cells. So the FBI put out a very important breaking news about the sleeper cells. Donald does not care, someone said. Is it true Donald does not care? Well, I mean, right now he hasn't taken us into an extreme situation compared to Joe. You guys know what Joe did in Afghan, and there were 13 Marines out, and also the war between the bear and Ukraine. Sharon said, I don't think Donna is going to do that. Too many lives will be lost, and he doesn't want that. Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that in their conscience. I mean, you push the button and then millions gone. I mean, you don't want that. You don't. So are we doing this for the Holy Land or are we doing this for Benjamin? So, all right. Someone said, CMP said, rods of God leave no radiation. That's good. But can it do damage? Because you got a mountain. The mountain is the big problem. I mean, the rod of God, you could drop like 50 of them. Give me a second here, guys. I'm just reading some of your comments. D God's Army said, Donald cares, Lewis. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing good, but I just feel like this side right here, it's like my diverticulosis. It come and goes. It come and goes. And so I feel like very uncomfortable right now, so I gotta keep moving. But I do have a issue with the diverticulosis, and it just, I mean, I felt good last couple of months, but now it's coming back. It's a flare up, so I didn't have no spicy food. But yeah, it's just very uncomfortable, very annoying. All right, so Donna is taking time. Why can't anyone see that as a good thing? He's looking for other ways to achieve the goal. I agree. Donald is trying to do things. He's trying to dialogue. He's trying to talk. And that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, you don't want Donald dropping nukes left and right. All right. You don't want to see that. Guys, thank you so much for the thumbs up. We almost at 300. Um, why assume that Donald actually has a conscience? Well, we all have a conscience. I mean, what happened if you do again, we all regret things in life. You know, if Donald pushed the button, you think he's not gonna have regrets? I mean, look at Elon. What did Elon do? I mean, he went after Donald. He did all that crazy stuff, and he deleted his message. He said that he regret attacking Donald. I mean, we all have that regret, and so he's trying to make deals. Someone said, "Give me D guys army say he's trying to make deals, so we don't have to go to war. He cares about everybody." Yeah, because look, if we go to war, this ain't gonna be like, yes, we did it, let's go home. Persia's gone forever. They're out of here. No more Persia, Babylonians. We out of here. No, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be really bad. 90 million less enemy combatants. No, you got 90 million people there. A lot of them could be Christians. Uh, Watchman said Isaiah 45 even says that the Cyrus does not know God, but God is using him. I don't know about that, Watchman. That's like the Old Testaments. That was the Hebrew Israel. I mean the Hebrews, Israelites. If you read the book, you'll know how this ends. No need for speculation. But we already know that things supposed to happen. War is supposed to hit. Famine and pestilence follows after war, and great shaking to come. I mean, everything's supposed to crash. All right. And then someone's going to rise to power, someone that is going to deceive the world, the Antichrist, the son of perdition. The devil's gonna give us power. The devil's gonna give the power to this individual, which I believe this man is gonna be a virgin. He's not gonna have no desire for a woman, no desire for no one, basically. He's just going to be a virgin and celibate. I think that's what you call it. And he's gonna try to mimic. He's gonna try to be like Christ, and people's gonna see him as the Messiah. And he's gonna try. He's gonna make peace with the Holy Land and other country. But I don't think he's gonna rise in America. I don't think the Antichrist is gonna rise in America. America, I think the sleeping giant will be destroyed, obliterated when that day comes. Because once this sleeping giant is gone forever, there's going to be a new world, a new system being put in place. Louis Santiago, Barack and Joe set this in motion. It's better than it's better them than us. Bones Jones said, "Got to be biblical." CMP said, "I don't trust Ben." Yeah, actually, I don't trust no one. I just trust Jesus. I love my mom. I don't even trust my mom. So why are the rods of God? Oh, what are the rods of God? The rods of God is like this long spear. It's like this big long spear. It's like a weapon that falls from the sky. It just falls from the atmosphere. And then once it falls and hits its target, it just causes this massive explosion. It's a spear. And I mean, if they're gonna drop that on a mountain, you might as well just drop like 100. Turkey right now, unexpected. They could be the biggest threat to our three aircraft carrier groups. I don't think so. We're not worried about Turkey. I feel like Turkey is very bipolar. The leaders, Erdogan and all them. All right. Putin needs to mind his business. Well, the same thing with NATO. They need to mind their own business, but it doesn't work like that because allies protect allies. That's how it is when it comes to war. But we should not be getting involved. See, everybody's talking about it. The US prepares for possible strike on Persia Fadal site if talks fail. All right, so the US is working with a 2-week window to reach a deal with Persia over its Fadal nuclear facility. Officials say a firm deadline could push diplomacy forward, but if Persia holds its position, military action is on the table. Holy Land is expected to keep targeting missiles and air defense system regardless. Fadol is deeply buried, and officials say destroying it will likely require U.S. power. The choice now is a deal or strike. All right. So we're gonna see how all this plays out. But I got a feeling there's a possibility. Well, guys, I do believe this is what's gonna happen. Donald gave a 2-week deadline, but he's not gonna wait 2 weeks. There's a possibility in a few days he might come out and address the nation. He's gonna address the nation at the same time you're gonna have an aircraft above Iran, and they're probably gonna drop a nuke, and Donald's gonna address the nation. Hopefully not, guys, but yeah. I mean that's my prediction there. By the way, guys, I don't know June 19 was a holiday. I mean, I went to the P.O. box, they were closed. And then I was waiting for the mail guy. They closed today. I'm like, what is it? Memorial Day? I'm like, what's June 19? And I looked it up in Juneteenth. I'm like, man, so everything is closed? All right. Yes, the end of slavery. Yeah. Remember, who's the one that helped end the slavery? All right. So back in the days, you had the founders, the founding fathers. Excuse me. You had Abraham Lincoln. You had Abraham Lincoln. So yep. You and me said, thanks, Louis. Bye. I have to sleep. Bye, Louis. Bye, all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm almost done with this one here. We almost hitting the 1 hour. We are 2 likes away from 300. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The sum of all fears coming true. CMP. Yeah, but the sum of all fear is basically is about US getting hit with a nuke. Like it's but hopefully it doesn't happen. That's a good movie too. Direct energy weapons, someone said. Someone said CNN. LOL. Well, here's the thing, guys. Even though it's from CNN, these people that shared the information, they share like the again, sometimes they got some real stuff, sometimes they got some fake stuff. All right. Not all of the CNN journalists are baloney. There's some good ones out there. All right. Again, just like Fox News, how many people in Fox News were backstabbers. I mean, you got a whole bunch of people left Fox News to join CNN. So again, not all of them are bad. There's some Christian that work for CNN. They write news article. Uh, you know, uh, Michael Snyder, he's one of my favorite. And then you have Michael Ruiz. I mean, you got a lot of these people that they write some good stuff, and a lot of these people are Christians. Koska said, I wish I didn't have to live in these times. No, 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 no. Don't say that God has blessed you. And you should give thanks to the Lord. You should give thanks to the Lord that we are living in this time. My wife always say, man, I wish I was living in the time of Jesus, just walking with Jesus. And so, look, be grateful that you are in this time. Be grateful because life is beautiful. AJ, Luis Santiago. You really like saying my full name. My mother's like Luis Santiago. I'm like, oh man. All right, Luis Santiago, you should leave America. Your negative energy is bringing us down. Why should I leave America? And negative energy. Some people's gonna agree with me. Other people's not gonna agree with me. But again, I mean, what I love this country. I love this country, and I pay my tax. And one nation under God. And that's, again, true conservative. I'm talking about the true conservative, not the Looney Tunes that we see nowadays. Donald has ancient technology that we could use. I don't know about that. Erlene said, Lewis is not giving no negative energy. You don't have to be here. So it's all right. Just, just leave him. Um, Again, I mean, everybody's welcome, unless you say something really negative, like really negative stuff. We were chosen for times such as this. Amen. Eventually, we all going to wake up at the same time. We're going to see our Father in the kingdom of heaven, and we're going to see the devil. He's going to be exposed. We are going to see him, and everyone. I don't care if you call yourself a non-believer. Everyone will bow down and confess that Jesus is the Son of God. When that day comes in the kingdom of heaven, everyone will bow down to Jesus, to the Messiah, God's Son. Man, what in the world are you guys doing? Toads, I think those are the one that's whistling. I love your frogs. Yeah, right. So, mm, yeah, right. The wife, she loves them because they eat the spiders. So, um, Arlene said, Louis, the devil never sleeps and loves division. We appreciate you. Shalom. Thank you so much. Yeah, the devil never sleep. Eventually, the devil is gonna be cast out into the lake of fire soon. What? Who's that? Patty? Patty say, OMG, frogs? My biggest phobia ever. Frogs? They nice. They nice. I mean, the other day when I was making the live stream, when I was doing the live stream, one of them just jumped on my leg and it scared me. And then when I look, it had that big smile on his face, and then it just went here in my chest. And yeah, I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm used to it. Thank you everybody for all the likes. Almost 325. Yeah, almost 325. Love cookie. No, this is not the cookie. This is not the cookie. The cookie is in the one in Puerto Rico. They make the sound. Uh, Coquille. Again, it sounds like the same cookie, but again, that's why they call it a cookie. But yeah, it's only in Puerto Rico. You had a lot of scientists trying to figure out why these coquille only survive in Puerto Rico, but it won't survive nowhere else. I mean, they took it to other countries. It just won't survive. It just is in that one island, Puerto Rico. For some reason, they survive in Puerto Rico. They took it to the Amazon. They took them to America, to Florida. They won't survive here. They will die in one day. So that's why it's one of. That's why we have sometimes the Puerto Rican flag with with the coquille, the frog. It's a symbol, just like America has the bold American eagle. Puerto Rico has the I can't believe we have a frog as a symbol, but, yeah, um, the one, the cookie, you could see, like, every time they say cookie, it's like a big ball of air, and then they go back in, and then it comes out, and they go back in. They make this really loud sound like a whistle, "Cookie, cookie," and it's really loud, and they make that sound at nighttime. So people in Puerto Rico, they love the sound because it's peaceful and they sleep good at night. The Puerto Ricans sleep good at night. They love the sound. But there's been something came out a few weeks ago. The Puerto Ricans are not pleased because tourists is coming to the island and they are killing the coqui. They're killing them. And so the Puerto Ricans are saying, please don't kill them. Please don't kill them. They are peaceful. They don't do nothing. Please don't kill them because now it's coming to a point that people's not hearing them no more. So yeah, that's what I heard, guys. Just going around. All right. Yes, I wonder why nobody knows that. Rather, very few. Mercury in Hermes, one of the position being god of travel in Greek myth. I don't believe in that, when it comes to the Greek myth stuff. The toes up around here give you warts. Chris is saying, "Oh, I love frogs." And I don't know why that one left. He's gone. All right, they're gone. There was two of them. They gone. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here, but thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there. I will keep you updated when it comes to these nation against nation. I'll keep you updated with the frogs. There's two of them now. So, oh man. Okay, so I see him. Again, that's the umbrella. Look at that. Man, that's a camouflage. Man. All right, so they're healthy, yeah. Uh-oh. Hmm. I'm just gonna take this thing out the way. Oh, sorry, buddy. All right, guys, I had to move the umbrella, but all right, guys, I'm gonna end it here really quick. The wife, she wants to fill all this area with plants, and I told her there's gonna be a whole bunch of these little tiny frogs. All right, so have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there. They're so loud here, makes it hard to sleep. Someone said. God bless everyone here. All right, yeah. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Till next time later.